Why are people starting to defend Menendez brothers? Has some new information come to light? Keep watching to find out. Hello Horror Nights and family, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Crystal, and on this channel I talk about everything horror. Make sure you guys subscribe to my channel because I put new videos out every single Wednesday. And don't forget to turn the bell on to be notified every single time that I upload a brand new video. And just another reminder, I will be joining my friends over on Punk Rock Horror Podcast once a month to be on their podcast. Links to that are in the description box below. And don't forget to follow me on all of my socials. Links to that are also in the description box below. So before we get into the video, I just want to say hello and thank you to all my new subscribers. Also, thank you guys if you watched my last video. That was really cool to see a lot of people comment and watch it. So thank you so much for that and welcome. So the other day I was perusing through the New York Times and I found an article that was interesting. So as you can see, the title of this article is called "In Defense of the Menendez Brothers." Now, you guys know that I am not a true crimes channel. And when I do discuss true crime, I try to look at it from a different angle or maybe to ask new questions. So the New York Times article was short, but it gave light to how young people are defending the brothers and demanding the release of Lyle and Eric Menendez. So to refresh your memory, I'm gonna quickly go over some of the case details now.
Lyle and Eric Menendez were arrested and charged in 1990 for the murder of their parents, Jose and Mary Kitty Menendez. They were both sentenced in 1996 to life in prison without the possibility of parole. The Menendez murders became one of the most famous criminal cases of the late 20th century. The Menendez family seemed to be a perfect model of the American dream, at least by 1980s standards. Jose was born in Cuba, emigrated to the United States after the Cuban Revolution of the 1950s, living in the attic of a cousin's home until he earned a college scholarship for swimming. He then wooed and married Kitty, a beauty pageant queen, and rose from washing dishes to becoming a successful young entertainment executive. Their sons were no different. They worked hard under the guidance of their parents. They excelled in tennis, and Lyle was even admitted to the prestigious Princeton. But the two boys were worked to the bone to excel in athletics and everything else. Not before long, the two were finding themselves in trouble. Eric began to run with some teenage delinquents, getting himself in trouble for a string of burglaries. Lyle, who was enrolled in Princeton, but was suspended for a year for plagiarism. It was reported the two young men had no remorse for the slaying of their parents, and instead rewarded themselves by spending their new money lavishly. The brothers then admitted to their therapist that they did indeed kill their parents, and with the help of the therapist's mistress, the police were notified. Their trial began in 1993 and was broadcast on a relatively new cable network called Court TV, with graphic details from the young men about their abusive, overbearing father and their drug addict and alcoholic of a mother. Their lawyer, Leslie Aberson, argued that the two were acting in self-defense after growing up in such a violent and traumatizing home. But upon deliberation, their jury was hung. In 1995, the second trial started with their therapist's mistress called as a witness for the defense, who insisted the therapist manipulated the brothers into telling him what they did. But the defense's efforts fell short, and both men were sentenced to life in prison.
So, what is going on now with the case? It seems that the brothers have become popular subjects of hundreds of fan social media accounts across TikTok and Instagram. So many of these supporters believe that the brothers' abuse from their parents, more so their father, was dismissed by the media. One of the commenters in the article, Jordan Wine, he's a paramedic student in London. He said that he was disgusted on how the brothers were portrayed in the public. He also made his own Instagram account dedicated to educating others on the case. So in 2017, A&E released a docu-series that featured in-depth interviews with Eric Menendez about his claims of the abuse, and it's called The Menendez Murders, Eric Tells All. It was then added to the rotation on Hulu 2019, which also added interest to the younger generation. And you can watch it right now on Hulu, but like after this video. As the series was gaining popularity, TikTok users began uploading graphic segments from the brothers' testimonials in court. And it didn't take long for others to start doing their research. One of which was Fabian Besching, who she believes the brothers were wrongfully accused. She also started her own Instagram advocating for the brothers and their release from prison. Considering how much society has changed from 1996, with advocates and movements for people who are suffering or suffered domestic violence or domestic abuse, sexual assault, or sexual harassment, it's not shocking that many people are looking at these cases with a different eye. We've seen the Me Too movement, which brought horrible truths to light and continues to do so. As I was watching the documentary titled Truth and Lies, The Menendez Brothers, I felt uneasy when Barbara Walters pointedly, straight to the face, asked Eric if he was gay. It also shed light on how their parents created their own monsters with the lavish spending, doing their homework for them, and trying to upkeep an image they created of wealth and stature. Eric and Lyle were products of their parents' design. It also begs the question of, what would you do if you were Eric or Lyle? For many, they believe their only chance of survival is eliminating their danger. There was and is still the debate of whether the abuse that the two endured was true or not, and if it's enough to overturn the conviction. This also begs the question of how our justice system works in the United States. Too many a time, people who endured traumatizing events and tried to get themselves out are then punished to a life sentence or even a death sentence, with rarely any rehabilitation offered. Instead of helping the victims of these things, we punish them further. Now, I'm not saying that every single murderer might be able to change, because some can't, but for some, there might be hope. Now, I am no expert on the legal system, nor do I claim to be, but locking people up and throwing away the key might not always be the answer. We also learned that in December 2020, the brothers are planning to file a new appeal in 2021. There is so much more information out there than what I said in this video. So please, you can also do your own research. So what do you think about this newfound light and angle on the Menendez brothers case? Do you believe they should get another shot at getting out of prison and having a normal life? Or do you think that they are exactly where they need to be? Let me know in the comments down below. All right, guys, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And don't forget to subscribe because I put new videos out every single Wednesday. And don't forget to turn on the bell to be notified every single time that I upload a brand new video. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my socials, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.